Good evening, everybody, and happy Labor Day 2017. It is 5:30 in the evening or so. I hope everybody has had a really nice long weekend and acknowledge and know why we celebrate Labor Day in the first place. Notice my really cool tee I'm wearing. We made our way down to downtown St. Louis today for the Labor Day Parade. The union that my dad and my uncles and pretty much all the guys in my family were a part of. We all marched in the Labor Day Parade, acknowledging all of their hard work and incredibleness for building our city, basically. So, happy Labor Day to all of those who labor. So, I wanted to give an update today. My weekend was not as relaxing. It was not a relaxing weekend. I am sad to say. I'm not sad. I'm sad. I'm sad to say. Bummed to say. Little Miss that we are working with still. She is back in St. Louis. The safe home that she went to out of the area was just not the right fit for her. And the needs that she had in her healing. So she has made her way back to St. Louis. It was a really quick turn of events. Some bad decisions were made. Not saying that anything was right or wrong. Always three sides to every story. But just the way that everything went down with that situation with the people that were above her, I guess, or in the running of the home. I'm a little just disheartened by just the way, I guess, everything went down. I can't disclose too much information because, they are another organization that I'm sure has a great program for somebody else who's ready for that type of a program. So I don't want to knock the program. But I was just a little totally turned off by the way that they handled this beautiful young girl who was alone and far away from her family and her support system. I'm sorry, it's been a long couple of days and I'm tired and I'm emotional, so sorry if I'm sorry. Anyway, they did try to work through some things in the home, but ultimately discovered that program was not right for our girl. So they discontinued her from the program and sent her back here to St. Louis. But it was a very kind of, in my opinion, a kind of harsh send-off. I spoke with one of the staff members there, and I just I understand their position professionally, but I just don't understand the tone and the attitude in which it was all gone about. I was a little kind of taken aback by it and really had the thought of, if this is the line of work that you're in, that's really not the tone that you should be taking. This line of work is needed to be full of uber amounts of compassion, tough love, but compassion ultimately. These people that we're working with, they're just broken on so many levels, and bad choices will be made along the way in their healing process because this is all new to them. It's an all new way of thinking. It's a lot of overwhelming changes very quickly. So to have moments of freak out, it's to be expected. I'm not going to disregard the choices that were made. They were talked about, addressed, and talked about how they could have been handled differently and just overall safety. So not saying that there was no discussion of that. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling. I'm floored by our lack of care and options as human beings. It's been a rough, long 2 days. She came back yesterday afternoon, and it has been 2 days full of phone call after 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 exhausting phone call to try to find a suitable place for her here. Yeah, it's been an eye-opener, and I'm just very grateful that I'm going through this whole process in total prayer and asking the Lord to just help me better understand where we fit into this picture. Just seeing a lot of missing pieces and just gaps. I mean, we can't fill all of them, but there's some that are really important that we are going to be very adamant about addressing. Sorry. It's just disheartening to me to know that if I found a stray dog, that dog would be set already. I know it's a lot easier, obviously, it's a lot easier to place a dog because they don't have issues. Well, yes, they do, but different issues. They have their own issues, but not issues that us people have to take along with us and deal with and learn how to get through. But it's just so frustrating that as a society, the resources that are here, that are out here, not very many of them, but we're all very underfunded, that's for sure. We don't have the proper funding to be able to really care for these people, I think, the way we should. This isn't how we should help and handle our lost and broken people. It hurts. I'm only crying because I'm tired and emotional, so whatever, I'm crying. But anyway, we've just been working really hard and just talking to different organizations and learning more about them and seeing, just for future reference, again, like I said, how we can fill in and help this whole process along. But again, I can't sit by as an able-bodied individual and not step up and step in to help somebody who does want the help, somebody who is not quitting. Sure, somebody who messes up along the way and does make some bad choices, but gets right back in the game. We all fall. We're not perfect. Nobody makes perfect choices every day of their life. But it's what you do after those choices that makes a difference. And I refuse to sit by and not help somebody who wants to help themselves. It doesn't always know how to, so does temporarily, momentarily rely on somebody else to step in and help them. And that's what we're supposed to do as people, is help each other. So, tomorrow we get back on the phones, and it was rough being a holiday weekend too. It was hard to get through to any offices, and get anything really set and scheduled or whatever. It was just hard, a lot of phone tag. Anyway, so we're back at it again tomorrow. So you guys just please pray, and I really want to ask you guys, like, point blank, if you want to help at all right now, the best way to help right now is to please contribute into the organization. Funding is needed to be able to help properly, whether it's being able to provide meals while we're working with the girls that we help. There's sometimes we have long days together, and sometimes it's like a 2-meal day. Like, we're out for like hours and we gotta have some lunch to eat, some dinner or breakfast, lunch. It depends on what the day looks like. And then just travel time and travel expense of gas and things like that. I mean, these are minor things, but they add up really quickly. And they're important because you can't really think straight if you're not eating, you know, and you can't make the right plans and act appropriately when you're hungry and you're just not thinking straight. So if you want to do anything to help this mission go along, that'd be a huge one. And the best and fastest way to do that is through our website. That goes directly to us. It's not really like a third-party processing thing, so not like a GoFundMe or a YouCaring, which we actually have a YouCaring campaign that really has not gone anywhere. So I'm really going to ask you, like, point blank, we need your help, guys. I can't let these people, these ladies, these girls walk around in a world and feel lost and know that they want the help and they can't get it how they need it. Okay, they can't get it how they need it. Not everybody can be helped the same way. And so now I'm reaching out to you guys for that. We need to be better equipped to help these girls. There's services that we really need to provide, that we could provide if we had the right funding for. We desperately need to aim for getting a home for these girls where they can get whole healing and the counseling and the care and the medical care that they need. So folks, this takes an army, not just a village. It takes a whole entire army from villages all over the place to come together to help these girls get whole. You know, it's no wonder people ask, you know, are you ready? Are you prepared to see girls fall back into what they came out of? Well, it's no wonder that they do. You know, thankfully, this little miss that we're working with, man, she's got it. You know, she's not a quitter. She might fall down, but she doesn't quit. So I just ask you to come along with us and help us be with her so she doesn't quit. So she doesn't get too overwhelmed with the one shutdown after another. I commend this girl for doing what she does. I commend her. You know, she's made some funky decisions, but I commend her for the changes that she's already made in her life. You know, one thing I always hear her say is that she sees the good in people. Well, I see the good in her also. So, folks, like I said, if you could please come alongside of us, pop into our website, and help us that way, that'd be great. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me cry in front of you. I usually don't do that, but it's been a long few days. So, Meredith Seifel, Tiger Lily Resources, and the Scarlet Line. Happy Labor Day. Signing off.